I'm Eddie, and I'm obtaining every single boss pet in the game of RuneScape, aiming to become 0.1% of players to achieve this. Welcome to Final Boss. Range is one of the best combat styles in the game of RuneScape. It's mobile, it has the insane DPS, and it also has some of the coolest special attacks in the game, including the Saren Gobbo spec and Split Soul, the original one, coming from the Eldritch Crossbow. The only problem, it's the most complicated combat style in the game, hands down. All the way from your ability usage down to the core items that you bring in towards any boss fight. And not every single boss fight is the same when it comes to range, because there are certain circumstances when gear and your rotation matters the most. And with the new combat rework coming in, range is supposedly the easiest it's supposed to be able to learn and get good at. And I decided to put that to the test. I got every single piece of the best in slot range gear from the Master Range, Elite Dracolich. I even leveled up my gear to tier 100 with the Bow of the Last Guardian, getting a Shard of Genesis upgrade, making it the strongest weapon in the game for ranged weapons. Even though I have all the equipment, billions of gold invested in all of this gear, I literally have no idea how to use it. And in today's video, I'm going to be teaching myself how to use range with one goal in mind: to be able to take range into any boss fight and even prove to myself that I can get a master tier combat achievement using only ranged. Now, the problem that I ran into was trying to find a boss to start off with. Hi, my name is Eddie. I like to play RuneScape. Go grab yourself a Guthix rest and sit back, relax, and enjoy the video. Be sure to subscribe too, leave a like if you're enjoying it as well. Because I wasn't very familiar with the ranged combat style, I didn't want to go directly headfirst into group PVM, even though it is my favorite kind of content. Amasket, Solak, Zamorak, these guys are huge money makers and also extremely fun to kill in a team. But I'm pretty considerate, I'm a nice guy. I didn't want to necessarily go into a team and drag everybody down until I knew how the combat style worked and how to utilize it to my best ability. And this is why I chose Nex as my training ground. She has unique mechanics, which makes learning the boss and the combat style of range a lot easier because I have to adapt to certain situations. She has a pretty big health pool that are segmented by 4 phases, and she can be easily soloed because when you buy an instance, she never protects from range, making this the perfect training ground to learn the combat style. It also helps that I don't have the full collection log here. I am missing a lot of items on the log right now, and she has a ton of them. One of the biggest boss logs in the game with 21 items total that all have relatively good value for how old and this boss is. The best item that you can get from here is a Virtus Top, which is actively trading for around 70 mil a pop, and with a drop chance of 1 in 50, you have a pretty good chance of picking up some high value items, including the 1 in 2,000 drop chance for the Exterminator pet. So with the training ground set and our motive looking for some pretty decent log rest, let's see what we can get here at Nex and answer the age-old question of, can you get good at range? Now, my first day at Nex didn't necessarily go the best. To give you some context, right, I live in Europe, and unfortunately the Wi-Fi in my home is abysmal, and I just continued to DC non-stop. I even hooked up an Ethernet cable to see if it would work any better. Didn't do lickety split. Was that not getting me a trend? I just DC'd again! Oh! So I ended up having a horrible first time because I was actually starting to get a little bit of a grasp about the entire boss fight, which is broken down into 5 simple phases. Nex has 200,000 health points, and the way that it starts off with is she summons her minions across the room, which are Smoke, Shadow, Blood, and Ice Base, which are the ancient magics. For the first phase, she will end up poisoning you and also causing a stun, which can pull you into the arena. The Shadow phase, she will darken the room and cling to you, dealing a bunch of typeless damage on top of these little shadows that will spawn up and hit you for a lot of damage. For her Blood phase, which is arguably one of the hardest phases of the entire fight, she will siphon blood from these blood beavers that she spawns, as well as from the player, and heal from all damage during that siphon. This adds a large amount of time to the kill, as well as a huge DPS check that we'll talk about a little bit later. She has an ice phase, which she will then spawn a bunch of icicles around herself and have one of them chase you, and also trap you in baby jail, which is ice prison, and deal a huge typeless damage hit to you, which honestly kills a bunch of players and caught me once or twice while I was trying to figure out how the whole boss fight worked. Lastly is her enrage phase, which is zeros, which she will then take a minimum amount of damage from all attacks, no matter how hard they hit, as well as dealing enhanced damage to the player. And then right at the very end, she'll blow up, dealing wrath damage, which is easily avoidable if you're paying attention. Now, the only other trick to Nex is that her minions also get the reduced damage taken, which means you can't just instantly one-shot them. You have to use smaller abilities to end up kind of multi-hitting them. So use rapid fire, greater ricochet. Those things will hit multiple times, dealing a lot of small bits of damage, as well adding up to the full health bar of 10,000 health. Now, I've been camping Nex for a couple hours every single day, and I have really started to get a little bit of a hang of this. I'm starting to understand how the damage windows come in, and when I need to be able to spam like imbued arrows to get all of my adrenaline back, when to use Gale Force, when to use the greater ricochet, when to not use abilities because Nex is going to cancel them. There's a lot of nitpicky things about this fight that make it unique, and as well a little challenging to figure out what to do. And because I'm going with this like blind, right? I'm just kind of figuring out what beautiful concoction of a rotation I want to build. It has slowly begun to make a little bit more sense each time. And every single kill that I've done, it has gotten a little smoother and a little faster. For this kill, we ended up getting 142. That is getting closer and closer to that master time of 1 minute and 21 seconds. A little farther away, but we're getting closer and closer. Our very first time using range at a boss that wasn't Nex. I was getting the hang of it. I started to grow a little bit more confident, and the clan was doing a Solak hour. I was like, bro, let me get an invite. So I took the range into Solak, and to be honest, it's one of the best places to use range because Solak is one of the rare bosses that can be susceptible to poison, and it is a long boss fight. And the longer that you're in a boss fight, the more susceptible to poison damage you are, and that's where this really shines. And then, my boy, we pulled the Solak at, oh my god, the imbued bark of my boy. I didn't even know what it was. I didn't even realize what I had been gifted with. Okay, so the Solak log is a little crazier than the other ones. The fact that I have both pets, the purple mushroom, a 1 in 1,000. I think Solak is like a 1 in 1,000 actually as well. Insane. And then now I'm missing to both the crossbows and the staff. That is disgusting. Let's claim the pet. Oh, look at Sully, dude. I forgot to put it in the bank. Like where I have the little spot in the bank. That's okay. That's awesome, dude. This is actually one of the boss fights I really wanted to get because he's just fucking sick looking, man. Look at that little guy. Absolutely beautiful looking bastard. Look at those forearms. It's like Popeye the Sailor met Bark. Oh my goodness, he's beautiful. Very happy about this one. At 100, a low KC. Dude, buttered me up and fucked me sideways. That's beautiful. So when we started this grind, I was at about like 600, maybe like 580 Nex kills. And I was doing a couple duos. I did a couple of these by myself as well. And I was surprised, dude. The KC was just flowing in 651. Still hovering around that 2-minute kill time, but very consistently getting these goddamn Cerebrus. I don't want these things. They're unnoted. How am I supposed to carry all these damn drinks? First of all, big apologies for the recording being a little choppy. Still playing on the laptop from 1999. One of the last pieces of footage I got from it, I swear. But the best common drop you can get from Nex has to be the Onyx Bolts. This thing is going to carry your minimum money per hour easily. Throw them in the Alchemizer and you'll never worry about it again. But when there's highs, there's lows, and these Ceridome Brews are definitely a low for me. I am not an Iron Man. I do not need these. This is like one of the best Iron Man drops you can get because it's just so much free resources. But brother, I can go to the Grand Exchange and talk to people. Now, being about 150 kills in, I have not made any progress yet until right now, my boy. We got ourselves some Turbo Plate legs. That's what I'm fucking talking about, baby. Get them legs. Give me those legs. Look at that. Look at that big-ass beam. That looks good. And that was a collection log, baby. Let's go. 2 pants. But I did pay for my fucking... Oh my god, no fucking way I got boots. Yo, dude, 2 collection logs in one day. Let's go, dude. After being out for a month, I was finally able to come back home, and now I was feeling a little brave. Probably because I was streaming this, and I wanted to make sure that I could prove to chat that I was actually, you know, not washed and terrible with a new combat style, and I had a little bit of a swagger, if you will, for the kids. And I want to try out Nakatra. Nakatra is a boss that is extremely formidable when it comes to movement as well as DPS checks. And so with Nex having a pretty limited health pool and being relatively dated in terms of modern day boss mechanics, I thought going to Nakatra would be a great way to test my overall competency for the combat style, as well as attempt to go for a 1 cycle. This is when you go into the sand pool for the very first time and you kill her before being sucked back in. It is roughly a 400,000 damage DPS check. It's pretty punishing, and I want to try and get one before this stream ends. And my very first kill went absolutely awful, by the way. It was like a 6-minute kill. I was not proud of it. I did not clip it. Probably should have for the context, but dude, it was just bad. Just trust me. And if you're not, be sure to subscribe to the channel. 65% of you guys that are watching right now are probably not subscribed, and you should come check out the live streams on Twitch. This was also my first time doing PVM standing up, because like I bought a standing desk just because, you know, trying to fix that posture. But dude, it's a little weird, I'm not gonna lie. Holy shit! Oh my god, that was way better! 338, dude, I could have done that, dude. Wow, what a fucking time improvement. Holy smokes. Wow, dude, I could have killed her right there, bro. You see those 2 symbols up there? There's a beetle and a man up there. I was too distracted by someone subscribing to the channel, and I wasn't paying attention to which one I was supposed to stand on. And you know, you gotta kind of remember which one to stand on, because when you leave, she blows up and you die. So that was a pretty unfortunate moment to lose a really good run. Things weren't looking too hot, to be very honest, at the Nakatra department, because like the very next kill, dude, I have like no food in my inventory. I'm getting bodied by these auto attacks. If it wasn't for the Master range delaying so much damage, dude, I swear I was gonna die. I'm literally at 1.7k HP. This was a pretty rough kill, but a kill nonetheless. That's all we care about here. Consistency over speed sometimes. And when you're learning a new combat style, it's probably better just to survive rather than worrying about your 2-second kill time improvement. Baby, let's go! Oh my god, baby. Yo, and on a 1 cycle, baby. Let's fucking go, baby. Woo! And it's still sub 500k fucking loot, dude. I hate this goddamn boss. No, that was good. That was clean. No, that was clean. I felt good. So I typically don't show these clips because, like, it's KBD, right? I'm so out-leveled. This dude is a free-to-play boss, one of the earliest ones in the game. And I just been doing this on the side, like, whenever I'm really busy. I'm currently in college, so I need something to be able to make this game a true second monitor experience. But because I'm a good little YouTuber, I set up the recording and was like, all right, we're going to just clip a couple of these, maybe not like the full hour or something while I'm writing this paper. And King Black Dragon is incredibly AFK, especially with melee now. It's completely sustainable. Just make sure you have your anti-fire and you have this member set up because you're going to heal a lot off of this member. And I was really enjoying this method. It's very, very, very fun, very easy. 13 to 12 second kills. If I decide to try, it could be like a 2-second kill. It's madness. And would you look at that? Ladies and gentlemen, that is the King Black Dragon pet. Let's go! Amazingly, at 1,791 kill count, this is not my log. I am missing one more item for this beautiful little log, which is a dragon kite shield ornament kit. I didn't even realize, didn't even care that these things were on the drop table, because I was like, okay, yeah, I'll definitely get one. I had to sit here for another 400 kills to get this damn ornament kit. But now, that means we have completed the King Black Dragon log. Beautiful stuff here, and that is another big AFK boss down the drain. I'm excited to see what we end up working on next. I have a couple ideas. You're gonna have to stick around to see what we end up working on next, though. Dude, I'm so glad I turned myself blue. Like, turning my skin blue? Hell yeah. I got invited to do a Grandmaster speed kill at Angel of Death, which is pretty much like the super hard version of Nex that came out soon after the original one came out. And dude, this is a true Grandmaster team. These guys are doing abilities and rotations I couldn't even possibly try and keep up with. They literally told me all I have to do is summon Ghost and go woo. Makes the boss take a little bit more damage, helps them hit the damage caps a little quicker. I could not even attempt to try and keep up with these guys. It is wild what you're able to pull off when you are a basement dweller, bro. It is an exceptional level of skill and dedication to be able to press your buttons this damn fast. It's such precision. It's insane. A huge shout out to the team that carried me on this. I really appreciate it. Yo, thank you, Diamond Fang, for the invite, bro. And wild stuff, dude. I guarantee you, a right hook from a pissed off Bruce Wayne who's getting 0 puss. I guarantee you, he mad as fuck. That dude laying into somebody. He's breaking a few jaws, bro. All that sexual frustration and pure testosterone. That dude is laying straight haymakers into the 9-to-5 dude trying to make enough money to pay for his wife's medical treatment. Oh, wow. Yo, that's a good kill time right there. 147. That's almost a PB. Let's go! We got Purdy's boots, baby. Give me that 10 mil, baby. Oh my god, another set of boots. Dude, come on! Come on, man! That's my 3rd pair of boots, bro! I mean, yes, very good. Very good. Very good. Very good lutations. Very good lutation. So I use Equilibrium because I'm looking for the damage from there. And my Masterwork range has Equilibrium on it. And let me tell you why Equilibrium is a really good stat here for Nex specifically. What Equilibrium does is that you can no longer critically strike, but you have an increased ability damage up to 14%. It essentially raises the minimum damage in all of your hits by that 14%, which is huge here at Nex. Because of the minions only taking a small amount of damage and a Nex in her final phase, those small hits getting a 14% increased damage buff is huge. You could come here with Elite Dracolich and try and get some critical strikes in the beginning of the fight, but at those later phases and when you're trying to kill the minions, it comes in way more handy to have a flat 14% damage increase from Equilibrium rather than fishing for critical strikes using Elite Dracolich. That was okay. That could have been better. What the fuck is going on? What do you mean? Dude, please, please, please. Oh my god. I'm losing my mind. I'm losing my mind. Look at how many items she has she could possibly drop. And she's giving me 3 boots tonight. What are you doing? We are about 8 hours into the next kill grind, learning the combat style, and I really do notice an improvement, and so do the kill speeds. The kill speeds have gotten a lot better. They're consistently going around like 1 minute, 140. We even popped off a 139, slowly increasing that kill time, as well as being able to just get more comfortable with the style in general. I noticed myself not using abilities at the wrong time. I'm maximizing my damage output. I'm making sure my special attack bulk stacks are being spent at the right time. There's a lot of things happening all at once when you use range, and that is why it's the most difficult combat style to get into, especially at the end game, because on top of that, you're juggling Essence of Finality special attacks, your weapon special attacks, how your abilities synergize with each other, and it is a lot of information, especially when you're coming from different combat styles, because it has really a very unique feel, and takes a lot to be able to work your way through all those buffs and the synergies between things. I've noticed a great improvement in my kills, as well as the overall confidence that I'm getting being able to do this. RuneScape has always been a rhythm game. You press button, you click here, you do that again, and then you keep getting used to that flow and that rhythm. But when you pick up a new combat style, a whole different play style, you really notice that the translation from if you're camping mage for a few weeks and then you go into range, it's all over the place. Maybe your keybinds are a little weird. Sometimes things aren't really matching up for where you want them. It can be a little bit of a jarring experience, but this grind at Nex has really taught me a lot about the style of like how to maximize damage windows, how to maximize the adrenaline from the imbued shadows, and how all of my attacks and the utilities and tools that I have at my disposal. Yo, Observified, thank you so much for being our 2,305th follower today, my guy. Welcome in, Blood. Appreciate it, man. Yo, we hit a huge milestone on Twitch today, guys. We hit 2,300 followers, y'all. Thank you so much for everybody, for your subs. Thank you for your time. Thank you for following. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight. It's been a really nice stream. We've talked about a lot of things. We've talked about fucking an apple. It's been pretty decent, dude. And we got an ancient emblem! And if you don't know what an ancient emblem is, it is essentially a piece of a defender that's needed for a shield offhand. These things aren't really needed necessarily, but if you do pull an ancient emblem, you can use it for Zeros components, which is needed for some of the best perks in the game. How much is the gear setup that you're running? So builds, this is currently, so let me give you the full breakdown. So I'm running full Masterik range. I bought all of the gear minus like 12 glorious bars. The 12 glorious bars plus the equipment, all the materials to make the Masterik stuff cost me at the time, it was like 380 mil. So my armor is 380 mil. For my perks on here, I have Equilibrium 4, Undead Slayer, Relentless 5, Crackling 4. And then I have Ultimatums 4, Dragon Slayer, Devoted 4, Impatient 4. These are kind of expensive. It could depend on how much you're doing. Now, yeah, Masterik range is pretty cheap if you make it. If you're buying it, it costs way more. So keep that in mind. And then I have a Bow of the Last Guardian. This is currently like 1.9 bill right now. Yeah, like 1.9 bill. I have a Ring of Retribution, and that's like maybe 10, 12 mil right there. I have a Scripture of Full, which is like 480 mil, maybe like 500 mil now, I think. Maybe like 200 mil. I don't know. It varies. It's like it's been going up in price. And then I have 3 Essences of Finality. So each one I bought at like 280 mil each, 250, 280. And then I have a Eldritch Crossbow in my red one, a Doman Godbow in my black one, and then I have a Gloomfire bow inside of my third one. So yeah, in total, Gloomfire bow is like 500 mil. The Saren Godbow is like 1.1 bill. The Eldritch Crossbow is 780 mil. So you total all that stuff up, bow's like it's like maybe around like 4.5 bill worth of equipment. The biggest upgrade you could possibly make when it comes to doing range is getting an Eldritch Crossbow. Being able to use Split Soul with range is so good. Even if you're camping the crossbow and you haven't put it in an Essence of Finality yet, it is such a strong weapon. You could genuinely upgrade and you'll keep it forever, because it'll just end up being in one of your Essence of Finalities later when you get a bow or use different equipment later. It's just so strong. You would never go wrong for getting an Essence of Finality and having a Eldritch Crossbow. Because Split Soul is awesome, because all it does is that when you hit a target, when Soul Split heals you, Split Soul will now cause that damage. So that's where it comes from. And I've gotten a lot of comments too. I was like, people were asking me like, how are you using Split Soul with range? And I was like, baby boy, little do you know, it was originally a range thing. Magic logs, not bad. Ooh, Onyx Pulse, baby, let's go. And the mask is floating. Look at that. Look at that, dude. It's a head. I do worry about going bald. Like, I genuinely worry about it because we wear hats all the time, right? And so I think about how, well, if I wear a hat in my house when I'm off, like not at work, I'm worried that I'm also going to go bald because I'm just wearing a hat the whole time. You know what I mean? So I get worried about that. That's why sometimes I don't wear them either. Oh, Onyx Bolts again! Another 2.5 miller. Let's go. Got some torso in the sky again. Love to see it. One of the things I discovered about Nex is that she got some serious spaghetti cold. So if she starts phasing when you go into the next phase, right? she will like kind of stick herself to one spot until you attack her again. And then like right here, right? I phased the minion, killed him. I'm running to the next spot. She should be automatically aggroing me. This absolute fucking Dumbo is just standing still. This is gonna really affect the kill time. I was having a really solid attempt right here, and dude, it's just, I'm gonna have to figure out how to lure her properly to make sure she follows you throughout the fight. It's just gonna have to be figuring out those windows. This is Master Melee, right? Like, this looks pretty clean. This looks pretty good. This looks really solid. But then, like, it has more details in it. It has, like, trim. It's bulky. It has some color in it. It's, like, identifiable. Yeah, this is the custom fit one. I don't have the spikes on it, though. I could add the spikes. Like, it doesn't look nearly as clean as it could be. I mean, it doesn't have the same level of flair. It looks too muted. It needs a little bit more contrast and color on it. I think it looks bland. Mike, I think the overall design is good. It just needs some color in it. It's too muted, is the best description I've seen of it. So one of the big reasons why I ended up making this YouTube channel was so that I could promote my live streams. Kind of like just take, what goes on in stream, upload them for you guys, so if you don't want to come in and tune in for these. But honestly, this is the biggest thing keeping me sane doing these. I'm not usually someone to grind out content like super hard. I like to bounce around content like a little jackrabbit. But for me, I've really enjoyed streaming because chat keeps me sane while I am trying to get through these grinds and learn things. Because, after a while, it gets a little monotonous. You get into the rhythm of things, and it just kind of is what it is. It's been really fun learning range. But, a grind is a grind. It goes how it is. One of my viewers asked me what I am going to college for, because I actually just recently started going to school, which is a little different, especially as someone going in is not really, like, I'm an adult, I'm 27, coming back to college, and that has been a unique experience in itself, and someone wanted to know what I am going to school for. Professors, what am I learning? I'm currently going into, I'm learning HR. Yeah, I'm getting my bachelor's in human resource management, because it's something that I do already with the military, so I figured like I could probably try and go down that rabbit hole as well. It's one of the rare times where the military can offer you skills that translate to the civilian world, and I'm not gonna say like I'm gonna find it titular and fun, but I'm gonna be good at it, and I'll be able to. Oh, let's go! Permanent plate body, baby, let's go! Woo! We got some loggers in here, baby. Let's go! Yes, yes, give me that. Let's go, baby! Woo! Finally, I think that is like 180 kills of no loggers, dude. Wow, nice. Thank you so much. Your guys' support means a lot. It does feel kind of shitty that I'm the new kid on the block after 2 years, though. But I also primarily focus on my streaming, because streaming to me is a lot more fun than making videos. Videos are fun because you never know how good they're actually going to be until they go live, right? So it's scary working on a video that might end up flopping, and I just spent 10 to 12 hours working on it. You know what I mean? It's a very scary, it's nerve-wracking, because then it's like no one's gonna sub, no one's gonna see this, and then it just gets buried and lost in the algorithm and just never pops up for people. So that's always scary. It's happened a lot to me, and it happens to a lot of people. It's not a unique problem that I have, but yeah, the content creator space in general, no matter the video game or the niche, is very difficult to break out of, unless you, like, a lot of times you'll see people that have like millions of views on their very first video, and I guarantee you it's not their actual first video. A lot of people make alt accounts, and like this is probably like their third or fourth YouTube channel, and they've learned how to make it. If you ever see one of those channels, it's not real, bro. It's because for me, it's really hard. I know it's really difficult as a viewer to sometimes follow what I'm doing, because brother, I bounce around, bro. I do not, it takes a while. I bounce around a lot when it comes to the content that I do, because I don't want to get bored. It gets really boring grinding the same thing every single time. For me, for why Nex is enjoyable right now is because I'm really enjoying like trying to figure out how to use range. This is my time when like to learn how to use the combat style, and it's like going really, really well. But a lot of times when I'm trying to figure out something else, right? Or if I know how to do like Nakatra, I know how to do Nakatra with mage really easily. Right now, I'm learning how to use it with other combat styles, because I want to see, like, you know what, dude, I want to try and have some fun. I want to see how this can go. I want to just try and test myself. You know what I mean? And it provides a level of something to do. I think a lot of people get burnt out because they just do the same thing over and over again. Definitely mix it up, man. Mix it up. It's the spice of life, baby. Oh, we got some onyx bolts, brother. Let's go. Silver plate body, though? Oh, shit. Bruce stores, dude. Oh, my goodness. Again with the Bruce stores, bro. How many are we at right now? 810 Ceradolman brews is how many this lady is giving me, bro. You can't make this up. I just keep getting these stupid things, man. Oh my goodness. A buddy of mine linked me this speed kill guide because they were trying to be helpful, right? And so I didn't want to watch the guide because I'm trying to make sure I'm trying to figure out how to do this out for myself. Didn't want to get any rotations, didn't want any external tips. But you know what? I was going to humor him, right? And look and see, make sure my build, make sure the items look okay. And then while I was combing through this, I realized that the Cyrus, the guy who made the video, he ended up going to the Glacier Cave, which provides a huge buff for God Wars Dungeon. Because Nex is technically like the final boss of the God Wars Dungeon, she gets affected by this buff as well. There we go. The residual energy from the Stone of Jazz is empowering you, increasing your damage by 6%. Now that 6% might not seem that big, but someone did point out that people will pay billions of gold for like a 3% damage increase. So for me to be leaving 6% for free on the table, horrible. It's just a good thing I caught it sooner than later. This has to be a very cruel joke at this point, how many sets of Ceradolman brews and super restores I've been gifted by this overgrown chicken. Oh, guess what we got? Yo, we got more brew stores, dude. I'm so excited. I'm so glad. I was running low on these, man. I'm really glad that I got more brew stores. Usually on the weekend, I stream after work, right? So usually this is like, I'm at work at this time, so. I can feel my body fucking being siphoned. It's a less drop chance to get these. Why can't I get onyx bolts? Oh my god. Vertical looks more like YouTube Shorts with vertical image. Exactly what it is, Brian. Yes, sir. Oh, let's go. We got some bolts. Look at them things. Look at them things. Look at that big old beam. Yeah. Yeah. Look at that. That's some loot right there. That's some good loot. Feeling rather brave, I decided to full send a 500% Zamorak for the first time. Actually, my first time coming to Zamorak since the combat rework. And going in with range, I just knew I was gaining a little bit of confidence. Please ignore how fucking dead I look inside. This was recorded at 8 in the morning because I could not sleep. So I decided to go ahead and do some Zammy. Did a pretty decent job learning the damage windows, and I could really notice all of the mechanics and flow that I was gaining from Nex are really translating into this boss. I was able to use my essence of finalities a little bit more, those special attacks that are in there, and overall, I feel really confident how this is coming out. Ooh! Ooh! Yo! The last kill, bro. Nice. Oh, it's a mask. Oh, it's huge. Nice little 170 miller for that one, baby. Let's go. I was literally just thinking, like, this would be a great clip if I got a kill on the last kill. Get the other one. Oh, we got it! Let's go! Woo! Give me that body! Let's go! Look at that! Look at that! Woo! Give me that shit, baby! Let's go! Let's go! And it's 52 million doubloons, baby! Let's go! And Virtus body. Virtus body. Virtus body. Oh! Onyx bolts, though. One hell of a shot, is it not? Something I've been doing in between these next runs, like every other hour, I'll go ahead and do my herb run. Mostly because I need to get a lot of these crux points so that we can get a chance at getting a Dark Onyx core from the Wilderness patch specifically. We can go ahead and buy ourselves these instant growth potions and roll chances for the core drop because I'm still missing it, even though I did that Wildy video. No luck. I think this is currently about my 40th patch that I've grown in the Wilderness. Still no luck, but we are going to continue going for it because, hey, I don't know if I'm going to keep it now. I might just sell it, but who knows? Maybe I'll end up keeping it. I like farming out my own thing sometimes. The very next day, I was feeling dangerous. After grinding out Nex for the last few weeks, I finally think I have it cracked down for what I need to do to get this master kill time of 1 minute and 21 seconds. Huge PB, dude! Yo, that's a 6-second improvement, bro. We are 12 seconds off the master time. Yo, dude, I have a feeling. I have a good feeling. That was clean. That was pretty clean with that one, dude. Oh my goodness. Wow. I think if I can fix up a few little things with that, we can get that master time today. I think I could do it. I began to bring combat dummies into the instance. Main reason why is because these dummies can be used to pre-build adrenaline and buffs prior to Nex being attacked. Because the thing about Nex is that she actually starts her boss timer immediately once she spawns. So even though the kill time needed for the master achievement is 1 minute and 21 seconds, you actually only have about 1 minute and 10 seconds to be able to kill Nex before you are disqualified for the achievement. Bringing in a combat dummy allows you to pre-stack a bunch of damage and effects prior to attacking Nex. Stacking all of these buffs together give you a higher chance and a higher probability of being able to execute your combos effectively and maximize your damage output. I've never been the guy to be doing pre-builds. I'm not very good at them because I never understood the synergy of them. But after doing a few test runs, I think I was able to finally crack the code and feel a little bit stronger actually dropping these dummies down. Which, I'm not gonna lie, still a little confused on how to do it. I'm really just winging it for the best. And I do think I have a somewhat of idea of what I'm doing. Come on! Come on! Come on! No! Look at that! 10-second improvement, 122, dude! Oh my god! Oh, that was so close! Oh, that was so close! Now, this very next kill, it was going very smoothly. Had to split soul up. I was using Greco at the right time. I was one-shotting the minions. I was being able to time what buffs to use and when to use Deadshot, how to time everything out perfectly. But the big thing that I was running into, there was some kind of the lag and with the positioning of Nex running around the room. She kept getting stalled in between her phases, and it was incredibly difficult to be able to lure her to the right spot. This kill was going stupendous. 45 seconds already went through the blood phase, already killed the blood minion. We should have positioned her closer to the ice minion to be able to go into that phase immediately, but she got stuck at the opposite side of the arena. Completely threw this run away, and I wasn't exactly very happy about it. Remember from early in the video where I mentioned that the blood phase can be completely skipped if you understand how the mechanics work? So let me walk you through how you're able to get this master time at all, how it's even possible. The way it works is that when you are killing the very next minion in the shadow phase, the second phase, what's going to happen is this. If Nex is damaged before she begins raising her arms for the siphon, you can one-shot her entirely with Deadshot and Split Soul active with Death Swiftness. Because Death Swiftness will increase your damage by 50%, with Split Soul adding more on-hit damage on top of Deadshot being an instant 8 hits with the Ignis Cal's Duct Tape unlocked. If you use Deadshot right as Nex phases, you are able to do 40,000 damage in a single game tick the moment that she changes phases, which makes the blood phase impossibly quick to get through. It is almost so fast you don't even realize it's happening if you're not sure what's going on. I practiced this method for a long time, and it was honestly one of the hardest things for me to get down. But after about like 8 hours of trying and just finally getting the timing, it really does shave a lot of time off of those kill times. And once you get it down, you really get a feel for it, and it just becomes muscle memory. Oh, 130. That's a 130. Dude, come on, man. Like, how do I drag her? How do I get her to come here when we're going through it phase? Do I not even like go over to that fucking spot? I think I accidentally bulk spec 2 times in a row. Oh! No! Oh! I need anything else of Virtus, dude, but we'll take it, dude. Beautiful little piece of money right there, baby. Let's go. We'll take a little Verdi book. We'll take a little Verdi book. Let's go. Oh, man. Oh! What? Dude! Oh. God. Oh. Let's go! That's gotta be it! That's gotta be it! No! Oh, come on! Dude. 122.2, dude. Oh my fucking god, man. That was genuine flow state right there, bro. Is that it? Is that it? 122.8, man. We're getting third. We're like right in a ball hair's width away, bro. Ball hair width away. This isn't the run. God, this has to be it! This has to be it! Look at how much time I have! This is it, baby! Let's go! Woo! That's the magic speed time, baby! Yo, and it's sub 120, dude! And it's sub 120, baby! Let's go! Genuine flow state. That was stupendous. Oh my god! Let's go! Let's fucking go, dude. That was good. Oh my god. So after doing everything at Nex and getting the master achievement, this is what we end up with the loot. So we got ourselves about like 140 mil in the unique items we got. I got a couple of them off clip. I just was doing a couple kills like Torva gloves. We picked those up off clip. We got everything. I sold like one Virtus book for again another 10 mil. So that was around like 150 mil insane uniques. You can make more money if you broke these down for praise like an essence, which is needed for the masterwork gear, but that's not too bad. But after totaling how much we made from the onyx bolts and these dang Ceridome brews, this is like, I think this is as much as I've gotten all from Nex. I don't really do any bosses that drop Ceridome brew forwards or onyx bolts ease that regularly. And so we got 9.5 mil in Ceridome brew flask. And we're probably going to break these down into flasks because I don't really need the potions. And then we also got a whopping 86 mil in onyx bolts alone. So that is a ton of bolts from that, dude. A lot of money, and I'm pretty happy with it. They did a pretty good job at Nex, did a pretty good job picking up range, and I'm excited to see what we work on next. And I would love to see if we can work on getting range into other spots using the Elite Dracolich now that we feel more comfortable after baby stepping our way out of the Masterwork era. And with that, we have completed every single goal I set out from the beginning of the video. I got comfortable with range, I was able to take it to other bosses and find success in doing them there, as well as be able to get the Master Tier achievement at Nex. Even made a little bit of log rest and completed a couple boss pets and logs on the way. Really proud about this one. This was a ton of fun, and I think for our next challenge, we're gonna have to try something even bigger and better. Thank you so much for watching all the way to the end. If you're new around here, be sure to subscribe if you liked it. Appreciate you listening and hanging out with me in this entire journey. It's been a ton of fun, and I'll catch you in the next one. Be sure to like, subscribe, check out the live streams. I appreciate you. Bye-bye.